thing I'm saying to you, I have never sat one day to discuss with my wife and say, this anger issue, help me to work on it. I took responsibility to work on it myself. And the man looked at me and said, why are you embarrassing this pretty lady beside you? The truth is, conflict in homes affect the progress of the home. And secondly,
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello people, today is another day and here we have an amazing guest. We are still on our series of the Marriage Chronicles and today is another episode. We are the Izebhokhales and guess who we have on the show today? We have an amazing pastor. Now he's going to merge the experience of being a Christian, being a pastor, and being a married man, a father, a brother. In fact, just name it. So you should sit tight and watch this video to the end because the gems that will be dropping today will blow your mind. So now we're going to ask him a few questions and he's going to introduce himself. Hello sir, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Awesome. So sir, we know you are Pastor Titus, but please tell us more about yourself.
Yeah, like you rightly know, I'm Pastor Titus Ayodele. I'm a serving pastor with the Living Faith Church worldwide. Currently, I'm serving as the assistant area pastor. And to the glory of God, married to a wonderful woman who has been so amazing. And God has blessed us also with 5 children. In fact, God blessed us with twins 2 times. To the glory of God, and a lover of God, a lover of Christian home. Anything about God moves me, and God has been helping us so far.
Awesome. Did you hear that? Twins, set of twins twice. See, you need to sit tight and watch this episode to the end. All right, it's great to have you here, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. So today we have several questions we want to ask you, and then we need you to shed light on them. Just like give us words of wisdom because these days lots of youths they will say marriage is this, marriage is that, and we know that from the scriptures marriage is a beautiful thing. That's why we have you here today, sir. So sir, the first question we'll be asking you today is, do you believe that there must always be conflict in marriage? Like there must always be kata, you must always have that loggerheads, you must be at loggerheads with each other. What do you believe about that, sir?
Well, talking about conflict in the homes, in marriages and all of that, the truth is this: there might be disagreement in marriages, but honestly, it is not all disagreement that necessarily needs to lead to conflict. A lot of people are not really mastered how to manage their issues. That's why you find out that a little disagreement, which is normal, because these are 2 different people coming together as one. Number one, we all have different background. Before we got married, we all have different aspiration about life. It's just for us to have a meeting point along the line. And that's what a lot of people had not been able to match. And that's why you see that little disagreement, argument, ends up in conflict, which is not supposed to be so. Because the Bible said that can 2 work together except they agree. What that means is that when we are working together, there must be some disagreement. That's why the Bible can mention the word agree. So we must have a meeting point along the line. So if you ask me, it's not necessary to have conflict in homes. But we can have disagreement. We can have different opinions about issues. There was a time I had a teaching about conflict resolution in homes, and I had this number 9 written on a plain paper. You know, when you write number 9 written on a plain paper, I'm the one that wrote the 9. To me, I'm seeing 9. To the person on the other side, the person is seeing number 6.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
Now, if you ask him, what number are you saying? He will insist till Jesus comes. I say number 6. And I can beat my chest to the moon that I'm seeing number 9.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? It's all about being in each other's shoe. If I can leave my own position and go to the position of the other person, I'll be seeing exactly what the person is saying. And that's how to manage conflict, disagreement in homes. Putting yourself in the shoe of your partner. Getting to understand the stand view of your partner will help you to resolve this disagreement very quickly, and it will necessarily resort to conflict. Thank you.
Amazing. He just made an illustration of number 9 and number 6 written on a paper. So that's to tell you that this life, what you are seeing, the other person might be seeing another angle. And it just made us understand that in marriage, you should be ready to put yourself in your partner's shoe. But now, sir, I need you to still give us some more clarity. You said disagreements. So what kind of disagreements are you referring to? Is it financial disagreements, emotional disagreements? I mean, a lot of things could happen. So please give us like distinct examples and how people can go around such conflicts, sir.
Well, disagreement in marriages, in homes, can span through different sphere of lives. You know, the truth is this. You know, it can be finances. Are you getting what I'm saying? You know, there are some people, they don't have financial plans. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Yeah. So, and in fact, the truth is this: most crises we have come across mostly emanate from finances. Are you getting what I'm saying? And it's simply because the two parties have not sat down to understand why they are together. Money should be the least thing that should bring issue in homes. Money is good. Are you getting it now? Yeah. It spices up things in the homes. Are you getting what I'm saying now? But then that should not bring crisis. You know, there are some couples now, maybe the man is the kind of person that loves saving. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Why maybe the wife loves investment. Are you saying it now? So, you know, taking us back to the number 9 that I mentioned before. These are two, you know, ideology about money. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So by the time both of you sit down, I say, okay, this is the reason why I think we should invest before we spend. The other man might be saying, no, we can't just go into investment like that. Let's calculatively do the investment that will not result into a loss. Can you see the point now? So we have the point. And, you know, it's just about you selling your ideas to your partner. And if you are able to convince your partner well enough, he or she will buy to whatever you're saying. Are you getting what I'm saying? There are a lot of times that in the homes, it might be the idea of the woman that will save the day. Okay, take for instance now, I can remember those early days when, you know, the business that my wife wanted to start, you know, the way I was making money then, you know, I can do a deal and have a, you know, business of maybe 100,000, 200,000 at a go. And she wants to start a business that maybe she can just be making little, maybe 1,000 a year, 2,000 a year, and thereabout. And I saw it as, how long will it take you to make up to? You understand? I was raised it that way.
Yes.
But over time, did you know that she taught me a great lesson? In the sense that she believed in, you know, consistency of the inflow of resources. My home business can come maybe once in 2 months, 3 months, you know, like that, for me to make that huge amount of money. But her home business is so consistent that on daily basis, something is flowing in. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Now, I have the volume. But she's saying, for her to take it slow and steady, at the end of the day, gradually, I began to even partner with her in that business, making so much. Yeah, you get what I'm saying now. So these
Yes.
are the way to get to understand each other angle into any disagreement that you might have initially. So that's one key point there.
Awesome. So I just realized that Mr. Pastor Titus didn't actually tell us how long he has been married for. So sir, we want to know, because this your words of wisdom. How long have you been married for, sir?
Yeah, to the glory of God, we've been together in marriage for 13 years, but before then we were in courtship for 3 years.
Wow, that's a total of 16 years together with his darling wife. Awesome. So, sir, still on the topic of disagreement, why we are hammering on these topics? Because these days, when couple have one or two disagreements, next thing they say is divorce. Next thing they say is like, I think I need to work out. Next thing they say is, please, I'm not cut out for this. I can't deal. That's why we're hammering on these disagreements. So, sir, how about a situation where there's like a tense disagreement, like you are saying this is what I mean, she is saying this is what she means, and somehow both of you are not, you're unable to come to the middle. How do you resolve that kind of thing, a situation where you know that you are right, she feels she's right, but to both of you, nobody wants to agree for the other person. So how do you fix that kind of situation? How do you go about it? From the scriptures, what wisdom should both parties apply in such a situation, sir?
All right. The truth about this disagreement is that it's always good that even before you begin a journey,
Okay.
you know what you want from that journey.
Okay.
A lot of couples today, just find themselves in marriage they are not prepared for. Because if you are prepared for a home, before you get into that home, you must have, studied, gather knowledge on how you can manage issues in your home. Are you getting it now?
Yes, sir.
Now, when there is argument that both parties are not piping down for each other, I can tell you for free that foolishness to the highest realm. Because the Bible says, what does your argument approve? I get what I'm saying now. Because the truth is this, at every point in time, one person should be listening to the other person. When the person is making his or her own point, you have to listen out. In fact, the truth, in every nonsense, there's always a sense. All you need to do is take the non out of the nonsense. What do you have left is sense. So even in the heat of the argument, if you are a wise person, you pick the one that is for you, settle with it, and relax yourself. And one person in homes, I tell people humorously, there is always a mumu part time. That is the easiest way to enjoy your marriage. What that means is this: when somebody is up, the other person is down. Are you getting it now?
Yes,
So
sir.
one person is, absorbing shit, so to say, and that is what a lot of people. I can't take that shit. You will always take shit. That's the truth. You will always take shit per time. So the time that your husband is taking shit from you is the time you're having peace. The time that the wife is also taking shit from you is the time you're having peace. But when it comes to the point that both of you does not want to take shit, you have loads of conflict, much more than you can handle. Are we getting it? So what it means is that one person per time should calm down. There's nothing you want to gain in agreement. Nothing. Except for the fact that ego without results, it tenses the situation, and the truth is, conflict in homes affect the progress of the home. And secondly, if you find yourself in such a home that both of you argue a lot, one of you should take that matter to God in prayer. Are you getting what I'm saying now? I think I was, talking to you guys off camera, how when I met my wife newly, I used to be a very aggressive someone. Little things sparks me off. And then we went to a place where somebody did something wrong to me, and I began to, shout at the top of my voice and all of that. And the man looked at me and said, "Why are you embarrassing this pretty lady beside you?" Immediately the things sink into my bone marrows, and I said, no. Wow. What that means is that whatever I do affects my partner, affect the people around me. And for me not to embarrass this beautiful lady whom I'm hoping to make my wife, I need to begin to work on myself. And I began to, number one, prayerfully work on myself. If I have 2 prayer points, number one, top of my prayer point is, Lord, take this anger away from me. If I have only 1 prayer point, that will be my prayer point. And that is how God has been able to help us. I can tell you, in 13 years, God can bear me witness, we have never had the first issue to settle. I'm not saying we don't have disagreement. I'm not saying we don't have little argument, but it ends there and then. We don't sleep over any of our argument. In fact, as a matter of fact, immediately after we had the argument, we are discussing other things that has to do with us again. Are we getting it now? So it's you knowing the resolve on how to resolve whatever issues that comes up. And that's that about that. One person must have to pipe down for the other person. That's how you can have peace. Thank you.
Amazing. So, sir, you mentioned something. You said that earlier, or a long time ago, you had this anger whole thing and all, but that situation helped you realize it. How about some people that they have realized and they know that they have this fault, they have this anger, but they will keep on hammering and saying, that is who I am, nobody can change me. Women are like that, men are like that. Or sometimes maybe after they got married, the partner just realized that, this is my husband, this is my wife, why is she acting like this? And the wife will say, that's how you met me before you married me, oh, you cannot come and change me, oh. But that behavior is toxic. That behavior is like embarrassing the other person, embarrassing the family. How do you suggest that that partner helps this other partner? I don't know if my question is well put together.
I get you very well. The truth is, in every weakness there is strength. So God has wired us the way he has wired us to get the best out of us. So any man or woman who has a very bad character and wants to settle into that character, number one, is not helping his or herself. Number one, every individual have what we need to improve on per time in our life. You heard what I said? I said, if this thing I'm saying to you, I have never sat one day to discuss with my wife and say, this anger issue, help me to work on it. I took responsibility to work on it myself. Are you getting what I'm saying now?
Yes, sir.
Then, by and large, our own character also will not accommodate my kind of anger, because she's the quiet type, she's the accommodating type. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So
yes.
Now the truth is, in every relationship, you have to be the partner you want to see in your partner. Are you getting it now? You want a peaceful partner, you have to be first peaceful. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So now you have anger issue. Why don't you direct that your aggressiveness to what will be beneficial to your family? Why don't you channel your anger to poverty and say, you poverty, you will not end my home? There are a lot of things you can channel those negative vices to that will be beneficial to your home. So these are the things you need to do. And more so, just like you said, everybody have the way we met ourselves. And I tell young couples who are planning to go to homes, into marriages, I tell them, I say, the truth is this man